Y'all ever heard Tank by Cowboy Bebop? What's up, y'all? Welcome to 5 weeks left, I think. This is just an intro. I'm gonna make the rest of this video just the trail run I went on, because the trail run was amazing, dude. Bada boom, bada bang, bada bop. Is this? I don't... Dude. Okay. This shoe was amazing. Awesome shoe. 9 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Well, I don't even know why I said 9 out of 10. This is my favorite trail shoe. I've only ran in 2 trail shoes, but I like this more than most of my road shoes. Light, fun. The Cloud Tech in the back is the first time I could actually feel Cloud Tech. Basically, it works like a PIBA air zoom unit. I don't even know if I'm describing this well. I don't even want to waste your time, dude. We're just gonna have an ASMR episode. Thank you guys so much. It was a great deload week. Tons of rest and recovery. I went out for a 3K time trial attempt and I failed. And that's okay. Sometimes you fail, man. I ran 1 mile and I tuckered out. I went out way too fast. I think my actual 5K pace is like 10:40, but my friend James Northington suggested you should go for a sub 30. You got a sub 30 in you. And then I tried. So I don't think I've even ran close to 9:39 before. Outside of like intervals. I haven't held that pace for a mile yet. So I went out hot. I blew up. Some dude was smoking weed on the greenway. So at 0.8 miles in, I just started coughing. My heart rate went way up and I just cut it. I cut it. Saved the run. I'm tired, boss. That was the Strava picture I used. I feel like I could just keep yapping about this whole week, but I don't know, man. It's just gonna be some chill music, some trail vibes, and that's the rest of the video, y'all. Have a good one. Alright, you know, I decided to do a voiceover, because, you know, why not? You know, let's talk about this amazing run. What I'm realizing right now is that the footage is kind of scuffed. Eventually, I figure it out, and I switch to the wide view. But yeah, dude, this trail was beautiful. Honestly, it's been some time since I've been back here. I've only showed up here once. I showed up here in about late summer. A little shot of the on cloud Ultra Pros. I always like moved the camera down to my feet when somebody was approaching, because I'm not comfortable filming strangers. I mean, you know, maybe one day I'll unlock that skill, but currently I don't have the gumption. I don't know, is gumption the word that you would use for that? I don't know, man. I don't film myself. I don't know how to film others. Even going out and filming outside of my room, I feel kind of crazy. But we're here today to talk about the run. And the run was beautiful. The lakeside view, this was about, I woke up at 5 a.m. Let me just say that. I woke up at 5 a.m. And I was so still tired. I went back to bed. And then at about 6:40, I think, I woke back up. I honestly felt like I could sleep in the entire morning, but I remembered that it's spring. It's springtime. Dude, that scat on the ground there, let me just say something. Wait, no, that's not scat. There's a point where there's scat. That was a broken branch. There's a point where there's like scat on the trail, and I'm convinced it's a bear, because it's like either it's a bear or a horse. I have no idea, but there is a large creature in the midst. Oh yeah, here we go. I figured it out, and I switched to the 0.5 camera. So should be a bit easier to see what's going on and how the run's going. Where was I? Lots of ums and ahs. I woke up at 5 something, and then I woke up at 6. Later on in the day, I really felt like I could sleep in the whole morning. But I realized that the sooner I get out, the better it's gonna be for me, because your boy is weak in the heat. Dude, shout out to this guy putting in work, by the way. I caught up to him later, so I think he kind of gassed himself. Hey, I've been there before, man. I've been there before where it's like, let me just overtake this guy. And then I caught up to him later in the run, and he was walking, and I never saw him again. But, you know, shout out on him for getting in the, I think he did like half a mile or something. You know, getting in that mileage. Looking strong. You know, it's kind of a tortoise and the hare situation, you know? A lot of people will pass me, but unless you're really trained, you know, I'll catch you eventually. You know, I was putting down some serious heat here, about 13 minutes a mile, which was very interesting. I'll be honest, I felt better on the trails than I felt on my greenway. I love my greenway. Something about just running on a surface like this, I don't know. I think it could be the shoes. Could be a lot of factors. Quite a few bikes coming past. That happened a lot. Some dude hit a crazy thing. I don't think I got it on camera, but some dude hit like an off-the-wall kind of max speed ride walling situation with his bike, and I was like, dude, you're going BMX mode in the middle of a public trail. I'm scared. I'm just trying to run here. But yeah, we're getting in the mileage this morning, and I'm so glad. I'm so grateful and thankful that I could even do this. Honestly, this entire week, I was struggling with some shin muscle soreness to the point where I thought I might have a stress fracture. I'm just so grateful it wasn't that, and it was just, I don't know. I don't think it was shin splints, but some sort of sharp pain in my shin. Could be what is it called? Post-tibial tendinopathy or medial tibial tendinopathy? This isn't Doctors of Running. This is just me rambling, but man, you could tell. Look at these views, so beautiful. I kind of wish that I woke up earlier, because if I woke up at 5, I could have seen the sunset, the sunrise the entire time. And the sunrise on this path was just a joy, you know, catching these early morning vibes. I'm so glad spring's coming around. I had quite a rough winter over here in North Carolina. We don't always have snow, and we don't always have super tough winters, but honestly, January through February was just hard. You know, shout out this guy. I think he lapped me and quite a few times. I saw him on the loop. Dude was putting in some serious work. I saw quite a few shoes while I was on this, and I was so curious about, you know, what were people using on this kind of a run. You know, I felt like kind of an outlier because I didn't see a single trail shoe. Like, to me, this is a trail, but I guess for a real trailhead, this is just another run. Speaking about this path, it's so good. Oh, I'm getting a bit winded here. There's a lot of rolling hills on this path. One thing about this path that I loved was that though there were hills like this that, you know, kind of tough on the body, were they didn't last very long. You know, a rolling hill I can get over, I can see the horizon, and I'll know how far I have to push, and you know, you can see how much you have to pace yourself. I think that's what makes it a bit easier to do these kinds of runs. To the point where I was honestly thinking, maybe I'm a trail runner. Maybe my best experience of running is going to be on, you know, a place like this, on the trail. And it might be, and if it is, awesome, fantastic. But for now, just training for the Coast Guard half marathon, and I'm feeling very optimistic about it. You know, a lot of these key workouts, I just feel strong. I feel fit. You know, before I actually started this whole Coast Guard half marathon training block, my fastest mile, I think, was like a 13-minute mile, maybe 13:30. And thinking about my run that I did earlier this week, running a 10-minute mile, that's like something that's on my, it's like a lifelong goal, honestly. Because even when I was younger, I never ran a 10-minute mile. The fastest mile I ever ran in middle school and high school, because back in the day they would force they would make the kids run that mile for PE. My fastest mile was about I want to say it's a 16-minute mile that I was hitting. That's my fastest, and I think by the time that I was in middle of high school, so like maybe a sophomore or a junior, when I did my last mile, I ran like a 24-minute mile. I felt so embarrassed. I didn't understand physical activity. It didn't click with me. I didn't understand why anyone would put themselves through this. But now that I've grown up quite a bit, and just gave it a solid chance, I fully understand. Like if I could go back in time, I would tell younger me, yo, just try it for a month. Just 1 month, getting out there, walking or jogging every single day, and see where you'll be at the end of the month. Because it really took 1 month for me to like fall in love. I think during the month, motivation just kind of carried me. I've told this story quite a bit on Subway, but I haven't told it on the channel, so I'll say it again. Basically, I got saved. I came to faith. Jesus came and got me in November of 2024, and just all through the winter, there were so many changes internally and just mentally, and my heart. I was given a heart of flesh, and my heart of stone. Just so many aspects of my life just kind of fell away. But in about January of the following year, so January 2025, I was like, I felt like I felt alive. I felt in my body for the first time in my life, and feeling like I'm in my body, I kind of realized the state of my body. The state of what I had done to this poor thing for 27 years, 28 years. I just kind of, oh, there's the mile 1 marker. I just kind of beat up my body in more ways than one. Just ate whatever, did whatever, smoked whatever, drank whatever, just didn't really value physical life I had been given. As you can see, somebody just ran past. Gotta do the shoe gotta do the shoe shot when somebody's coming past. But yeah, so I kind of just wanted to take care of my body and just really treat this life that I've been given with the reverence that it is, you know? I was made in the image of God, and like, what does that mean, to be made in the image of God, you know? A lot of people are like, oh, we're all just energy, we're all just monkeys, to use a term. I'm not one of those, like, I hate evolution type of people, but like, some of these people, it's like, nothing matters, you're just a clump of cells, that's all you are. Is reality even real? And it's like, yeah, most people don't believe that bullcrap. Life is real. Your choices have consequences. Your choices affect all sorts of things. How you treat yourself and others during this life matters. Not just in the present, but in the eternal. I didn't really want to start preaching, but we've got quite a bit of time, so I'm just talking. Let's be real. Oh yeah, this is the first time that I kind of started running what is this, like gravelly surface, a bit more rocky. There's a few patches like this on the entire trail. The Cloud Ultra Pro handled fantastically, and there's even like much bigger rocks that come up with it. And it took everything, and I felt no pain, I had no issues. It's so good. Honestly, the Cloud Ultra Pro might be my favorite max cushion shoe at the moment. Oh yeah, this is the first hard hill. You'd hear me breathing and wheezing. This is the first hard hill, but I loved it. I loved every second of it. I think earlier on I was talking about how I prefer pace variation and being able to see when a hill's coming up. There's something about seeing, the goal of like, how far are we going to have to push? Knowing the exact point where it's like, we're about to hit the horizon, it's going to be smooth sailing for a little bit. It's kind of like an extra dopamine hit. I don't know how else to describe it except for kind of like that, So seeing the top of the hill here crested over just, makes the downhills feel so much better. And kind of makes me love trail running. I was talking about before that my Coast Guard half marathon is going to be fully flat, and my greenway is fully flat. So, man, I'm breathing hard. This was a tough hill. It didn't feel like it in the moment, but I guess it really taxed me. But yeah, so Coast Guard half marathon is pretty flat, and the greenway is flat, so I've had a lot of practice just at steady pacing. So I spent a lot of time just surviving sustained effort, and I think it was a good practice. I think it is a good practice. I think it's great for practicing speed, but I also think that rolling hills like this, my body is just built to just handle it better. It's not like, oh, I'm in less pain because I ran on the trails and my legs feel better. It's like, I think I'm just better at short bursts of attacking, short bursts of getting up there and going for the run. And then the reward of the downhills. This whole downhill, catching my breath. See this guy up ahead. I think he was, what's the guy I'm thinking of? I think he was picking up trash. So shout out to him, dude, putting in work on the trails. I don't know if he's like a volunteer or just a good Samaritan, but as you can see, pointing the camera at the ground because your boy is not trying to film people. Yeah, he was picking up trash, and I actually ran into him near the end. I don't know if he's going to be in the video, but near the end, he's back there, and he's just picking up trash. The real one. Public trails like this are such a blessing to have. I know that not every city has one of these. I know that, it's not something that everybody can access, but if you have a local place like this, check it out, man. I know a lot of us are road runners. We're all just, trying to get our PRs and all this other stuff. There's a lot of joy to be found on these places. New stimulus, new environment, just getting out and seeing what's around. Really change your mindset. Give you a second wind, especially during a training block. Things start to feel monotonous, or you start dreading getting out in the morning. You might not struggle with getting out there, but I just feel like not every day is going to be a PR. Not every workout is going to feel like the strongest workout I've ever done, and it can get discouraging. Yeah, look at the lake. So beautiful. Such a beautiful lake. I can't wait until summer comes around. I'm going to be hitting this so often, it's not even funny. Now that I know that I could do the full loop, I'm ready to do two. One of my dream goals for 2026 is to run a 16-mile long run. And I'm no mathematician, but 7 miles times 2 is not 16. But I would love to do my first 14-mile long run here. And then maybe I don't think I'm gonna do. I don't think I have the ability to do a 21-mile long run just yet. It feels like a 2027 goal. 2027, I want to start building for 2028 marathon. I think I'm gonna do a few races next year, but this year I got the Coast Guard half marathon. And I might sign up for a couple 5Ks or 10K. Doing the shorter stuff. I don't know if I want to run 2 half marathons this year, because for a beginner like me, half marathons are basically marathons. My goal time is going to be a 2:30. We're going for a 2:30 just like you want. And we might hit it, we might not, but you got to go for it. See what you're capable of. I hope I hit that 2:30. Or sub 2:30. I don't know. I don't know if sub 2:30 is even the goal. If I can get in the 2:30s, I'll be happy. If I can get sub 2:40, I'll be happy. I was talking with my friend I'm going to be running this race with, and he told me that the start there is a helicopter. So going from these kind of trail runs and just by myself in the wilderness or on my greenway. It's gonna be tough to get used to. Tough getting used to, but I'm excited and we're feeling fitter every week. So just gonna hope that the race goes well. I'm gonna stop yapping and let you just watch the rest of this. We're gonna close it out. Alright, I couldn't stop yapping. I'm sorry. Boy's back. Just wanted to say that, now that I've done it once, I can do it again. Now that I've filmed myself running, I can do it again. Now that I've done this trail, I can do it again. So, sometimes you gotta just do it once, even if it's ugly, even if it's not perfect. Do it once and it'll be easier the second time. You won't be as scared, A lot of these things when it comes to running are just do it once. The 5K on Wednesday, I failed, but I never pushed myself that hard, ever. Now that I have, I could do it again. Maybe not that fast, or, putting that much and going to the well, but do it again. So hopefully after the half marathon I can get in another 5K. I don't think I'm gonna get to sub 30, but hopefully I can get to PR. What a beautiful view. Yeah, I think we're gonna close it out. I forgot I threw that up. Put up the thumbs up because it was going great. And here's the end. Coming in for the end. I was so excited. There's a huge downhill right before this. I flew down it. And I didn't even care about my quads. I went 9 miles an hour. Not 9 minutes per mile, which is very fast for me. And I was feeling frisky. The run was great. I don't know why I said frisky. Right now we're trying to get to 7 because I was so close to 7. So I was like, let me just do a couple loops. Heart rate is pretty steady. It was about like 63 throughout the entire run. And for a new stimulus, that's pretty good. And I did about 13 minutes per mile. 1 hour and 31 minutes. Hope you guys enjoyed the trail escapade. Coming back. I'm still filming from the start, but I just wanted to drop an outro to just say thank you guys again for another week. I'm so grateful for another week of life. I'm grateful you guys are along for the journey and down to watch. I really needed this deload week. Such a stress relief, just good vibes, a great time. I'm so grateful. You know, glory to God, honestly, that my body is held up during this training block, that my mind is held up, that I've just been protected from falls and so many things, dude. I'm so grateful. You know, praise the Lord. Have a good one. I love you guys. Shout out Supwell crew. You guys rule. Peace. See you next week.